Okay, ladies, it's 7 o'clock. Welcome to the general session of the city council, 29 effect, February 2024. It's our official meeting, and we'll go to the list. I have several things I want to add to the agenda, that we didn't make it on the agenda, but before we do all that, let's say right here, it's people that day, all have an invitation, we'll have to play the flag, and we just give a thankful lesson today. Peace, strength, courage, and wisdom to make the right decision to see the Lula. Amen. Okay, salute, flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Who I have several items to the agenda. Well, they will be, you know, that's what you put on, we don't get it on the agenda, but we want to discuss it tonight. The other thing is, Lula Bellton Park Society has 2 requests. Use of ball field, we want to discuss those tonight. And the workers' comp. As we discussed for the GMA coverage, we had request, and we got sent them a request for non-renewal. Cancel it. That's, those 4 items not on the agenda, we're going to discuss those. Before we do that, we'll have some comments. I got anything? Oh. The rule for citizen comments. A time for citizen public comment will make available at the beginning of the work session and council. Comments can be made by anyone including business owners whose businesses are located within city limits. Comments will not be limited to any topic. Comments must be directed to the mayor and council. Language must be made civil, and the speaker should avoid personal attacks on the transport staff. The speaker should state the name and address. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. The time will be set. And at the end of 3 minutes, the speaker will be asked to bring the comment to a close. If there's nothing, something else to add, an opportunity in the middle at the next session to offer some comments. Anybody have any more comment?
Joseph Johnson, Maiden Lane. First, I'd like to thank the city for having speed control installed on Maiden Lane. It has made an immediate difference and improved the quality of life on our street. We're not catching the overflow traffic. People are actually, not flying down through there, so it has made an immediate difference. There are several things that happened recently in and around Lula that are very concerning to me, and I hope we're of concern to you all. One, in the past 6 months, there have been 3 burglaries in downtown Lula area, most recently Lula Pharmacy. The amount of meth and dope heads that are loitering around town is astonishing. In fact, I've had several run-ins with these individuals for trespassing on mine and my neighbor's property. I would add that this is probably directly tied to the first problem I mentioned, which brings me to the next. In the past 6 months, walking in the wellness park, I've come across all sorts of paraphernalia, either directly on the trail or in the parking lot. Items like syringes, pipes, and cans that look like they were used for smoking something, and beer and liquor bottles. I'm pretty sure these items do not contribute to the wellness, and again, directly linked to the other issues mentioned before. The last issue really upsets me as a resident and a business owner. I recently learned today of an incident in one of our restaurants here in town, where a young woman was questioned about her education and graduation, and whether or not it was in Mexico or not, and then was asked if she had her immigration papers. This type of behavior is disgusting and racist. We have already seen that there are some in the community that don't like minority viewpoints or beliefs, so I'm not surprised by this incident. I understand that this is an official city business. However, if we want businesses to come here and thrive, then we must call out this type of behavior. Shame on the 2 people that interrogated this young woman and anyone that supports this type of behavior. I hope to see and hear some ideas from the council and mayor on how we can try to remedy some of these issues, and hopefully soon. If the businesses we have are continue to be treated like this, then all we have an option is hatcheries and industrial. By the way, no is no on that. We don't want it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Let's reset it. I might be on my time this time. I like to say that with what Doug said, and it put me on my mind when I came here tonight, but something needs to be done. The homeless population of these Belltons is growing. I mean, you're seeing strange new faces. I mean, I couldn't believe I'm out here getting ready for a cookout there and just an outdoor event there at the Broad Studio during the daytime, getting set up. How much prostitution I see. Thank goodness to get rid of those houses for the city, but I mean, I would have never guessed that it was like that. I even proposed the store one night. It was crazy. And all this things, but why, we got all county giving them a place to come and hang out there. One place to come hang around, clean up our neighborhoods. I mean, these people are not hard to find. They're all over the streets. There was actually a little section like really right there the other night at the water park. It was a little bit dark, but right there in plain view and opening right there at the water park. Now, I know nobody on this council, they're going to agree that something like that happening, but something needs to be done about it. We're going to have to take a hard look at it. There's things that attract in this community, and I'm sorry, he's doing a good job, and it needs to stop. We'll get that, we'll take it in, we don't need to, they need help, and Lula's not the one to help them. Also, like I mentioned, actually, I spoke on it last week, speak on it again, no means no. We got our small part quarter there on 365. We don't need to follow suit like Cobb County is taking a beautiful highway running from one end of our county to the other. That could have been a beautiful place for shopping, lodging, restaurants, sit-down restaurants, not drive-through. Just all kinds of good things that align that highway from Gwinnett County to Habersham County. But what have we got? We got an industrial park. Even above us, up there, commercial cabinet operations, things like that. They got there, Georgia. It's industrial. It's an industrial park. And with it brings that kind of crime, like Joseph spoke, that's going to be here. When all those tractor trailers start rolling, there's going to be a whole lot more trucks that's going to be here. And it goes with the territory. But if they go to the hatchery, we need to keep our corridor here in Lula, city limits, highway business, as it is zoned to be. Council needs to vote no on the areas, and so does the planning commission. We need to shut it down once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Anybody else? Okay, every time in the roll call, is it okay. All right. Has everybody seen the minutes? Last several meetings.
Did we want to make it official on the agenda?
Oh,
I'm not gonna make a motion if we need to. Make it official.
You should vote on your agenda.
Propose a motion, but I'll make a motion that we ask the agenda item tonight, request from the Historical Society, from Lula Bellton Historical Society, to host their 2024 annual car and truck show at Rafe Banks Park. That request is for June 8th. From the event is to occur from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that would be Saturday, June 8th. And they also would want the afternoon of Friday, June 7th, 2024 to prepare for that event as well. So I make a motion that we include that. I'll be probably taking one at a time.
I'll second.
I'll get a motion made to amend the agenda for 3 hours.
That's just the one.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I mean, I can run them all together if we want.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah, we'll put them all together. The second item on the agenda addition would be Lula Bellton Historical Society to use Rafe Banks Park for the Lula Fall Festival. Proposed date is Saturday, September 28th from 10 to 6, and Sunday, September 29th from 12 to 5. And then again, to prepare for that, they went the Friday before that, September 27th, 2024, all day, to prepare for the event. So that's item 2 that would get added. And then item number 3 would be the proposal that we had received by email and print. That was for a request for the night market to occur on 3/23 this Saturday. And they're requesting at least midday Friday, leading up to that on 3/22. Have as well, where we would just put barricade up on Carter Alley at that point that we did last year. So that would be the third item that we're adding to the agenda. Oh, and the fourth item officially would be discussion on what needs to be done with our workers' comp insurance as far as following the required paperwork that's needed to get that moving forward. Thank you.
Not second.
And vote by Tony, second by Denise, to add 4 items to the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Let's make the agenda bigger, guys. We're gonna get down to it just a minute. First thing is the minutes. Everybody see my, we got. So we'll say, we're gonna change the minutes, you see. You got. I'll entertain motion second.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes. I'll second it.
Motion by Denise Johnson, second by Julia, to accept the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Thank y'all. Okay. Regarding, regarding winter this month, District 1 is 5962 Cobb Street, District 2, 5309 Willie Marion Drive, District 3, 6412 Narramore Way, District 4, 6641 Main Street, District 5, 108 Woodside Drive. Congratulations, everybody, it's time to be in the yard this week. All right, finance. We did give you more updates after the day. We sent an email last week about finance issues. I read it to you all as a meeting again. It hasn't changed much this week. Oh. Finance, we're pretty good shape. Last one he gave us was a deposit cash flow of $177,000 this past month. We're in good shape there. Should be. Sales tax money's coming in, and the bills. That's what we want to do. And supposedly by this time next month, we'll have the new assistant city manager here. Comes also on him. That's not nice, is it? Okay.
Is he still coming in on the first?
Yes.
I haven't talked about, I don't know, if Dennis and Joe will say.
Yes.
Okay.
They said, yes, I can be for this. Well, what, when you should take this, so that, we're still working to get the well put in. Where we're at, you might know where we're at on that one.
Mayor, I haven't heard, the last I heard was what you announced last week and whether it needed to go to the committee or not. Was the last I heard about the well exploration.
I'm trying to remember, I don't know how they deal about that one or not. I don't see anything new about that either, so. I think Brian, trying to set a meeting up sometime before the end of the month to discuss that and the cover issues as well, if I remember right.
Yeah, we were doing the culvert issue
Yeah.
and another real estate, I guess, survey.
Okay, the next item is the planning and zoning committee has talked to Zach Hill. I think, did I see Lee come in?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. You want to address this again?
Well, and I had sent y'all a memorandum about this, they've actually submitted the application, we just can't process it, because under the city's ordinance, we're waiting 1 year from a prior decision before taking up any other request on the same property. The state zoning procedures law would permit you to proceed with the request, but it's a matter of granting an exemption from your ordinance before we can process it. There would still be public hearings. I want to
Right.
make sure it's clear to y'all that we would still advertise, post the sign, have the public hearings, but it's just a question of when, whether we proceed with that now or whether council requires the applicant to wait until October to proceed with the notices and the hearings. And I don't know, as you say, Mr. Hemmer is here, if he has anything to add.
Yeah, we just, we're not here to argue for or against it. We're just here to ask that you can, let us go through the process again. And actually, we didn't really have to get it rezoned last time to a different zone. We can asking for a variance within the current zoning for an agricultural use. And that's really what we want y'all to hear us explain, during the subsequent meetings in April. So, thank you for your consideration for that.
Thank you. What y'all's thinking on this? Think we'll put it back up in before 12 months is up, or they can wait 12 months worth of time? That's what we're considering tonight. Do we want to change our procedure to allow for reconsideration within 12-month limit, or if we make it wait 12 months?
If we were to make an exception on this one to here within 12 months, that would be precedent setting or no?
Well, I don't know that you've gotten a request before, so I don't know that it would be. This is specific to this piece of property. The request before, whether through a misunderstanding or a miscommunication, was to rezone from highway business to an industrial zone. And this now is a modified, refined request seeking a variance under the existing zoning. So if you had facts that matched what these facts are, then yes, it would be precedent setting. But if it was a different set of circumstances, or one rezoned to another, or whatever the facts may be in the future, then it would not.
Be a case-by-case basis on
Yes.
this identical case. It's basically what we're saying.
Yes, sir. And that was what, if it's a rezone as that's defined under the state statute, then the 6 months applies under the state statute, and they would meet the 6 months. But the way that they've submitted this request, it wouldn't even be covered by the zoning procedures law, because it's a variance that is not connected to a special use permit or a separate rezoning request. It's just a straight variance request.
What are you thinking, guys?
One more question. To accept this proposal within, the 12-month period, waiving that standard, You did also say that additional hearings would be required even for the variance, and that would require 2 public hearings?
Yes, sir. The planning commission and council. 30 days notice minimum.
I noticed that.
I
I'm
don't think
trying.
nobody knows what to say.
Um,
Um,
Can I ask a question? If y'all make a decision to let them do it, but within the 12 months, is that gonna give them a second bite at the apple? Because they've already had their second bite, the third bite now. And if y'all make an exception to do it within that 12 month, then
yeah. This,
it's gonna be another bite at the apple.
to me, this would be precedent setting if the same circumstances were to occur, identical. Where we would have made a decision for one and perhaps not another, which could be problematic to us in the future.
So what I'm hearing y'all say is no. Is that what I'm hearing y'all say? Cut straight to the chase.
I make a motion that we deny a request to waive the standard protocol of requiring a 12-month wait before hearing this by council again.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Tony Cornett, second by Garnet Stetson, to deny the request for the variance on the application. All votes say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. It's denied.
Can I say something? On the, Wells, a special work session. will need-
That's what I thought I had an email, I couldn't find it right here.
Yes, I don't know when, but a special work session will need to be done for that.
Sometime between now and the end of the month, but if I'm right, Brian went to it before the end of the month, is that correct?
I believe so, but I didn't get a date from Dennis yet, so.
I think,
So we can,
last I read, Brian
That's,
ready anytime, any day this month, from the end of the month, what he was ready for, so.
I believe one member had a conflict on the 28th and 29th, if I'm not mistaken.
29th, first.
Okay.
Which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, next week.
Yes. And I can't do the 27th.
So, okay.
I was gonna say the 27th, like.
26th is a,
What time of day you talking about, 5?
Bellton Historical Society meetings.
Are you talking about 5 o'clock in that time?
Probably so. Gives him time to get up here and get home before dark.
So I know
How about this week sometime?
22nd or 23rd, Thursday or Friday. If we decide to do, I know I had originally stated in my proposal, availability at 5:30, but if we know, if I know in advance, I can go ahead and make it 5 o'clock if we need to do that. So I'll extend, my availability on that as well to 5 p.m.
Is that
To start.
Thursday or Friday this week, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. And then the next opportunity would be the week of the 4th, according to,
Yeah.
if we were to honor all of the conflicts. So it would be, so we could do Thursday, Friday, 22nd or 23rd, and then as well as that would be the week of the 4th. But I don't know if Brian Rent had made mention of anything on the week of the 4th.
He said we want to go for the end of the month, but let's shoot for the 22nd.
Okay.
And then I get off work at 5, so 5:15 will be the earliest I could be here. Maybe 5:10 if I'm lucky.
Thursday, 5:15, that's the 22nd.
Yep.
If you'll let Dennis know, and let Brian know, we appreciate that. This is a special work session for the whole council. Okay, got that one solved. Right? All right, you heard more about the development authority from Hall County, which will be out on.
What, the last I heard, and that was after I got here, got a text that Hall County will be making their appointment whenever it's put before them. And the information I received was to go ahead and get something scheduled in the next couple of weeks. Dennis anticipates it'll be approximately 2 hours for the initial meeting. And he believes if we schedule it in approximately 2 weeks, somebody from GMRC will be here to help with the initial meeting. So if we can get the times and dates that our development authority members would be available in the next couple of weeks, then
To them.
We could
Next
go.
to her, Gerard.
you could just email it to the office, to Dennis and Tangi, they'll forward it around.
Yeah, I can work around y'all's schedule, so that's what I'm waiting to try to find out when we can do that.
Jim?
So we're looking to include GMRC assisting, would be the week of the 4th, March 4th.
Yeah, whenever.
They requested 2 weeks, 2 weeks advance notice, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Hall County committed to making their appointments this week?
They didn't say when. So
Okay,
they committed to making their appointment.
all right.
So we need to wait till we hear from Hall County.
Well, I would recommend that you get
Who
a,
said meet them, let them
Get the
back,
date.
let them
Yes.
back, yeah.
Okay.
so that's, if we can get from
What
Mr.
time?
Grindle and Mr. Greer, and what y'all's schedule is within the next couple of days, we'll get it scheduled.
Well, Greg Sutton probably 5 o'clock, I'm guessing.
That's Greg, I didn't see Greg.
Huh? I don't know, he's not here, I guess.
Okay,
The other member from Lula.
right.
Wasn't that his name, Greg Sutton?
Yeah,
And then if you'll make sure it works with you, Mayor.
Anytime after 5.
yeah. And just to note as well, if we do that and schedule that meeting, we should probably go ahead and ask as well. There's training opportunities that I know is part of the requirement, but not necessarily these dates. But I do know there's at least 2
Make sure.
Georgia Academy courses that are available. I think, I know that there's, checked earlier, there was 8 tickets left for an April 9th event, which is the Essentials in Athens, and I know that had been brought up as well by Dennis. And then there's another one that is, traditional economic development incentives over in Gainesville, local as well. There's 11 tickets available left for that, and that would occur on April 16th. Those are both Tuesdays. Seems to be their day of choice at Georgia Academy is Tuesdays.
We're gonna shoot for the week of March 4th,
That's probably ideal.
all right?
Okay. And I just got an email. On number 7, Dennis had sent an email to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an online billing. He was going to download. So we're still working on all of the options, so we are.
Yeah, I know, we had asked for a meeting. Where was that? Nope, I take that back.
Here's.
That was a different one.
Oh, you found it? What committee was that? Committee of them.
Utility, the committee is the committees, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we still had, I think I set that meeting together, right?
Yeah, we still have not set that meeting, but we were still gathering information.
Yeah.
Looks like Dennis is also gathering some as well.
It was helping us out with that, thank goodness.
So we'll just work together on trying to get that date set.
Yeah. That's the hard part about this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, the next thing was, I've got some more stuff. Brian, let's see. Okay. Everybody got the email from Dennis about the bypass? We had an opinion about that one too.
Yes, that was,
That was one just said, that was one just said,
Yeah, but that's with Brian, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
wait a
one
minute,
just
let's
said.
make sure.
I've been on
Let's
it.
get through
Yeah.
the conversation.
Sure, yep.
Yeah, number 9 and number 4 would be, that was all the same meeting.
Yes, Mayor, that's what I was gonna say, when y'all set up that time for the, well exploration with the engineering firm, that will also include, item 9, which will address the future road development, and for the culvert project. So if y'all gonna do that on the 22nd as well.
Okay. Oh, the special election, okay. I did. Special election being held for the vacant seat for District 3 here in Lula. It will be held on May 21st from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the church. At the church, is that correct?
So that-
Yes,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry.
the advanced voting will be at the East Hall Community Center, and then the election itself will be at the church.
Right.
yes.
Qualifying is here today, tomorrow, and Wednesday this week, May 3rd, 4:30. And so far, Danny says she has no more qualifying needs. All right, now then, number 9, in report meeting is March 6th from 9 to 11 a.m. For those that are really interested in that, and that should be all of us, I think. It's gonna be a virtual meeting. A little easier to attend, I guess, for most folks. Okay, he just sent Brian it up at 26. Okay, street committee, what do we do?
That'll be the same as your other, really will be addressed with your, at your work session, Mr. Mayor.
Yep. That's a triple whammy there, right?
Yes, sir.
We like that kind of. Okay,
You skipped it.
again?
Yeah,
Parks and Festival Committee with digital signage opportunities. Now, I don't know where we're at with that, because that's it's up to us, I think, what we want to do with it. Is,
We can do a committee meeting or?
yeah, yes.
Which one is this?
11.
Oh, 11. Yeah, I had that down. We probably need to set that. We've got the 22nd loaded up pretty good, so.
Yeah.
That's 3 different subjects.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, there is more information about that too, if I'm not mistaken. Do we have everything we need to answer that question? Or get some more answers, questions answered? Because,
I'll probably send additional questions that probably need to be addressed.
yeah, I think,
I mean, you did a great job of providing a lot of details on other signage that's out there. But I think, yeah, there's probably additional questions that need to be submitted to the committee.
what? I guess he's talking about Brian, maybe.
No, he wants the committee to hear it before it comes back to full council or being placed on work sessions.
Oh, the
Dennis has
signage,
said it.
okay.
For item 11.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. That's, I was wondering what you're talking about. I thought first talking about Brian's, it's not, he's talking about. Okay, he's keeping up with us, and good, there I am.
So we need to schedule
Yes.
that meeting.
Yes. Next. All right. Parks and Festival. Availability. No one knows.
I don't have my schedule for next week yet.
I think. Okay.
I'll
Is
get
it
it
going
tomorrow.
Next week sometime?
I'll get my schedule tomorrow
Yeah.
for next week.
You done?
We'll try to set the course. We'll shoot for next week.
Yeah.
Which is the week of the 27th.
Well, you'll make it 5:30? What time you get off?
It's up to our schedule. It's the 26th.
What day?
You got to check our schedule.
No,
I don't get it till tomorrow.
okay,
I won't know.
that's good.
All right. Are we getting there yet?
We are.
I think so. All right. I was getting over it. Number 12, let's see, these, we already approved all of them, right? No, no, we got it. The 4 amended agenda amendments. Let's look at those.
Yep. Sure.
All right. The first one I'm going to say is the car show. Got any thoughts on that one?
I make a motion that we accept the dates for the car show for the Historic Society. What was it? June the 7th and the 8th? 7th for setup and the 8th for the actual car show.
Motion made by Denise Shock to accept the Lula car show request. Can I get a second?
Second it?
Second by Gordon Smith. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, all right. Second request is the Historical Society wants to use the park for the Fall Festival on September 28th and September 29th. And
Mayor, I'm here on behalf of the Historical Society of Lula, Bellton.
I'm sorry.
Scott Agler, 108 Brookside Place. So the other proposal is for the Fall Festival on September 27th, 28th, and 29th. 27th will be the setup. 28th and 29th will be the festival itself. Any questions?
I don't have any. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
What you got?
I'll make a motion to approve the Lula Bellton Historical Society's request for September 27th, 28th, and 29th use of Rafe Banks Park for the Lula Fall Festival.
I'll second.
Motion by Tony Cornett, second by Denise Shock to approve the Lula Bellton Historical Society use of Lake Banks Park for the Fall Festival. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Alright. So the request from Dave Wilson to use the Carter Alley for October, for the market. Not market, that's what call it, from noon on the 22nd to noon on the 24th. Any more discussion, any ideas? Oh, hey Dave.
596 Main Street. One request, I don't know if I put on the form, could we see about leaving the public restrooms unlocked for that event, for that Saturday?
On Saturday?
And the, just a question for you, the March 24th until then, is that just for additional cleanup? You're really just asking for the barricade to allow to be remain, or allowed to remain?
Yeah, so we can remove the lights the next day.
Okay.
Anybody have a question? Thanks, Dave.
Make a motion to approve it.
Motion by Gordon Smith to approve Dave Wilson's request for night market.
I'll second.
Second by Tony Cornett, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
Thank you.
And now our workers' comp. We have to cancel our service with GMA workers' comp since our premium went sky high. We got to give them notice. We have to decide to give them notice, but we've got replacement insurance. We're approved the replacement, but then we got to cancel the coverage from GMA. Need a motion to do that.
I'll make a motion that, we send the 90-day notice to GMA to cancel the workman's comp with them.
Got a motion made by Denise to cancel the workers' comp coverage with a 90-day notice.
I'll second.
Second by Tony Cornett. All opposed say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. All right. You got your orders? Okay.
13.
Yay. All right, the Lula Bellton Historical Society meeting is the 4th, which is next Monday night on the 26th at 7 o'clock Depot, all one day. The Lula Ladies Dinner is the 28th, noon for lunch and 6:30 for dinner at the Depot. Okay. I don't think we need executive session tonight, according to what Joey's told me.
No, sir. Didn't hear back from the two matters we discussed.
Got no land anything to discuss. So now we're down to citizen comments. Anybody got anything else to say, citizen comments?
This probably isn't a comment, it's a statement. And I'm Loretta Grizzle, 6400 Narramore Way. We have a situation going on in our town. Everybody's aware of the drugs and all that stuff. Last Thursday, bringing the children out of the karate place, there's drug exchange happening at the water fountains in between there and the wall. What are we gonna do to prevent this? People make bad choices. These children shouldn't be a part of seeing all their bad choices. And this is our little small town. Do I have any comments? I mean, can we have a police that rides around? Our karate goes on Mondays and Thursdays. It's over with at 8 o'clock. These children should never come out of there and see what was going on over there last Thursday.
So it's Thursdays?
Well, that's what happened last Thursday. We have not been going to karate because we had cheer and stuff. So we started back up. But this last Thursday, coming out of there at 8 o'clock, yeah.
And does Danny have those sessions on Thursday only, or is it Tuesday and Thursday?
No, it's Monday and Thursdays.
Monday and Thursday,
Mhm.
okay.
But it really doesn't matter which day of the week. We drive up and down this road, and I'm sorry, it's a choice these people make. It's not a sickness, it's not an illness, it's a choice. I know people have different opinions. You go to a hospital and you tell them children they had a choice in their diseases. It's a choice. We, as a community, should not be bothered with this riding downtown or even walking to our little restaurants that we have now. But most important, these children should not witness what we were witnessing Thursday. And that's all I have to say. And I do know in some communities, the mayor has the authority to make police make a round. I don't know if that's the case here or not.
We don't have a police department.
I know we don't, but we do have, we know Gerald. We can talk to Gerald, and we can get him to send some people out here. I know I'm going to approach him about it. But we shouldn't have to have our children that we're trying to protect and bring up just because these other people make bad choices. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Robert Grizzle, 61 in Narramore Way. And I just like to say on our code enforcement officer, you know, it's just dawned on me so much, you know, he made the comment if he rides around and sees new lumber, it catches his attention. If there's new lumber in the back of a truck, it catches his attention. You know, a little while back, we had the guy that had to come in and buy a building permit for putting pickets on his rails, which is not under Georgia state law a requirement to do under code enforcement and under having a building permit. But if he can notice new lumber in the back of a pickup truck sitting at a house or even in the yard, why can he not notice the derelict properties in this town? There's 3 of them on Bellton Bridge Road. How can he ride down Bellton Bridge Road and not see that? That is a dereliction of duty. I mean, I've been patient about this now. 3 yards, complete landfills. As far as I know, we don't want a hatchery down there on the corner, and we don't have any permitted landfills on Bellton Bridge Road. So how can he be said that he's doing his job when he rides by that, and he don't see that, but he can see a few 2x4s in the back of somebody's truck. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, I guess it's time for council comments. Nope, yeah, Mordecai, you wanna go first? Mordecai, you wanna go first?
Okay, thank you. Okay, I want to talk about what are the next steps for Lula. We citizens as well as our city officials, no matter the positions they fill, must put the past behind us where it belongs and move headlong in planning the future. Mr. Mayor, as well as all of our city officials, city clerks, city employees, regardless of the job they were elected or hard to do, and in fact, the community at large can all help clarify our goals to make Lula, Georgia a better place to live, work, educate, raise children, families, and increase the success of our youth. All of us realize change is imminent. It is happening all around us, and we want to understand the consequences and advantages and disadvantages of such change. We citizens are asking all of our people to be our eyewitnesses in the middle of the changes headed our way, to be able to explain and clarify what the results of such change will be. We citizens are counting on you all to join us in having faith, hope, love towards each other to bring about the changes that will make Lula a place for everyone to be proud of now and in the future. If we now have the required number of elected officials, is there any reason we can't move forward with plans for future improvements? One of the important things we just want to ask you, Mr. Mayor, is when do you think you'll be able to have everyone you need to help you carry out the initiatives that will move Lula forward? Have we achieved full staff to move forward? When we citizens here lead or acquire information from various sources, we are anxious to know how it will affect us. One of the most important concerns people have is how the inland port project is developing. How will it affect our way of life and our future growth? Please inform us as quickly as you can, because we are anxious to know about this important development. Do we have the infrastructure to support such a development? If not, what steps are being taken? The traffic this development will amass is a large concern, not to mention many other questions. If we have such industrial growth as inland port, why not have an industrial corridor where a grocery, small clinic, specialty shops, and other can exist? These are things businesses need in a convenient local setting and stores nearby. We citizens have tried very hard to be patient, but we are anxious to understand how you elected officials are handling these challenges of growth with fairness, with an eye out for we the people. We want to be sure you're not affected by influence selling to accomplish this goal. Mr. Mayor, we are expecting you as the mayor of our city to consult with your city managers to determine what needs to be done and what requirements businesses have to prepare for so they can bring their plans to the planning committee for approval or rejection. If approved, those plans can be brought to the city council for decision one way or the other. Having been a World War II veteran, I would expect you of all people to take the lead and not to whine or make any excuses for why you can't carry out the duties that we elected you to do. It is also a pleasure to see our outstanding citizens stand up and tell you and the elected people by your side what they believe in and what they want from you and the council. You have an outstanding city attorney to guide decisions regarding legal matters. You have our capable leaders beside you to help in this cause. So, Mr. Mayor, is there any reason why we can't forget the past, leave the desert, and step into the promised land that God has for all of us to inherit? Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All right, that gets us through it. Would like, Council, anything you want to say? It don't matter.
Start with you, Juliet.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and bringing some interesting things to light for the rest of us. So thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight, and I wonder, Mayor, could you get the Banks County Sheriff and the Hall County Sheriff and us have another public meeting over the depot, discuss some of this crime stuff that's going on?
Good idea.
I had a guy today turned around, come back to my house and warned me about a bunch of stuff's going on, stealing. It's very close by.
Actually, I get something in my email of all the thefts and the assaults that happen.
I think it's
It's
time for
quite
Lula and Banks County to get together again like we did at the depot and let people discuss their problem, but not sweep it on the road.
We see we can see that set up again.
What's that?
We'll see if we can get it set up again. Talk to Gerald County and Carl Speed and see what we can do. It's their schedule. Gotta make their schedule too. We'll see if they remember we'll do it this soon. What's it been, 3 months, 4 months?
Anytime. We got a problem.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. The crowd's starting to grow a little bit again, so that's a positive. It slacked off for a little while. But thank y'all for coming out.
Yeah, again, I just want to say thank you all for attending and being part of our community. We can't do this, without your input and your support. And so I want to say thank you for being engaged and, definitely, hold us accountable. When you see things, bring it to our attention. By all means, come here to the city hall, reach out to us, and we'll get your concerns addressed. Another thing that I know is very important is our inland port, as it affects everything. And I know, like Mordecai saying, if they can have a corridor for all the industry that supports the inland port, we need our own corridor to have these certain things that we need as services to the citizens. The inland port meeting, and I believe it was stated it's March 6th. It's a virtual meeting, and I have been looking, and I thought we had an email, but I didn't see a link to it. So I'm going to try to get something out. We'll post it in every way we can when we get a link to that meeting. That is open to the public, and I believe that it is, even for an observation standpoint. I want to make sure that we give everybody an opportunity to see that meeting. So just be looking for that as well. Thank you.
It's on the Hall County website.
Hall County, thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to add to the inland port. They've kind of stalled out in their communication with us here the last few months, so.
But they've also, this is the last one they communicated with us about before they building.
Yeah.
That was in his email too.
So we haven't been updated. We don't have newer updates to give to you on the inland port.
So Dennis just sent me an email.
It's coming, no matter what you do.
Commissioner Greg Poole would like to meet next Wednesday, 20th, for lunch in Gainesville to discuss some opportunities. Only 2 council members can attend the first meeting. Lunch next Wednesday. Anybody available?
This Wednesday or the Wednesday after?
The 28th. I cannot on the 29th.
I can.
So, Chris?
2:28.
Pardon?
I think I can go.
So we're gonna plan
What time do you put?
lunch. Dennis confirmed lunch. I did, you listened, Garnet and Tony said they could go. See if I suit Greg, okay. You remember that last time I met with him?
Yeah. We did.
The 28th.
Okay, I think that gets us through everything, am I?
No, I'm gonna have to back out. I got the heart doctor on that day.
On the 20th, at lunchtime?
Let me think a second. No, I can go. I'll get out of there. I'll let Big Danny go.
You already did?
I don't know what
No.
time I'll get home on the 28th, so.
Mayor, if I can say one thing about code enforcement, coming to the municipal court, virtually every citation that gets here is a nuisance property. And the 3 that were referenced on Bellton Bridge Road are currently being processed at this time. I just want council and the public to be aware of that.
That's something that's administratively that I can't comment on, but judicially you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so there's processes we've set up, and city's code enforcement officer follows those processes, but he does try to do what he needs to do, and as we go through, we'll start the budget soon, and when we can get our municipal court functioning the way that we need, there's other things we can do so that we can prepare certified copies and file and collect on some liens, but he is working.
Something else too, if we keep seeing these problems around town, the first thing we got to do is contact law enforcement. Our law enforcement, Hall County, Banks County. City does not have law enforcement. So that's the first thing we can do. If we keep contacting them often enough, they'll realize we got a problem up here, they'll come up here. They'll say we don't have a problem. That's what I told them back in the fall, at the meeting. Both of them said we don't have a problem. We don't have, we got a crime problem. Now, if we keep calling them and telling them we got a crime problem, they might understand we have a crime problem. But it's up to us to report it to them. I mean, that's our first step.
If I recall correctly, Hall County's number, even non-emergency, is still 911. Is that correct?
They also have a dispatch number.
Yeah, they have a dispatch number, you're right there. They have a dispatch number. You can get a-
It doesn't have, but if you get better results through 911.
Yeah.
But they put it down the bottom of the list a lot of times, if it's a drug deal, they can't get to it before it's over with.
Yeah.
But they're required to respond to every 911 call in some fashion.
Excellent. Thank you.
But dispatch call, they prioritize that a whole lot too. Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming. I think we'll look forward to seeing y'all. We're gonna work on this problem. We're not ignorant of this problem. We know they have it. It's just our hands are sort of tied with some of the stuff and some of the stuff. We don't see it, y'all see it. If y'all see it, y'all report it. When I see it, I'll report it. That's what we've got to do. We've got to report it. That's how we take it, do it. Okay, I'm going to have that adjourned.
Take a motion to it, or?
I'll second it.
Motion made by Commissioner Smith, second by Julie. Adjourned, all opposed, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank y'all.